Alright, hello, this is Penguin, back with you for the first time on this channel, the Penguin for Change channel. This time I'm going to be running down my top 5 favorite video game mods ever. First thing I do want to say is though, this bandage is not actually to cover up an ill-fitting kind of spot of acne that just popped up. It is to make myself look more like Nelly. So now that we've got that out of the way, to be clear, this is mostly going to be nostalgia. Also, it's my list, it's personal, it's not meant to be objective in any way. To be honest, I kind of just wanted to yap for a few minutes about gaming. I do want to start this off by saying that I haven't played every video game ever. There's probably some crazy mod for like Super Mario Strikers 3 that I don't know because I just haven't played that game. I also limited myself to one mod per game, and I'm not including mods that are now standalone games like Counter-Strike or Dota. At number 5, I'm pulling for the Terraria mod Calamity. This mod is so well polished that it just fits into the game. They could implement most of the things added by Calamity into the base game. It's just more content, and not bad content either. It's more solid, real content added to the game that doesn't break the base game mechanics and more or less slots right in. It also adds a ton of post-game material for once you've beaten the Moonlord, which is one thing that I've kind of always wanted. The Moonlord gives you the coolest weapons in the game, and then you're presented with nothing to kill with them other than the Moonlord, but again, the amount of content added by Calamity is insane. It legitimately probably doubles the amount of stuff that's in the base game. And it's all extremely well documented, so you're not going to be lost. The pixel art is also on point, and for the most part, perfectly consistent with the art style of the game, which is another huge plus. At number 4, I want to give a nod to Counter-Strike Classic Offensive. Shout out to the guys for making something sick. Zool is so insanely talented on his own, and the entire CS:GO team has put together an absolute love letter to the Counter-Strike franchise. CS is my favorite video game series ever, and this is just CS:GO in a different font, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. It's a complete overhaul of CS:GO. Essentially, it's CS:GO made in a world where Counter-Strike stayed much closer to the original formula laid out in 1.6. The maps have their old layouts for the most part, the guns sound, feel, and play different, the UI has changed, the models, everything. It's just a weird but cool change of scenery built for those of us that have spent way too much time playing Counter-Strike. I love CS:GO, and I wish them so much luck in their continued development. At 3, I have the Twilight Forest mod for Minecraft. Now, picking one single Minecraft mod for this list was actually really tough because there isn't a single standout, absolute classic mod like there is for Terraria. I considered a lot, with Create coming in at a very close second, but the closest thing that exists to that consensus best Minecraft mod ever is definitely the Twilight Forest. It is really a different take on the working Minecraft formula. It takes the mechanics that people love the game for and throws them onto a heavily fantasy-based, progression-oriented RPG system. And it works really well. The Twilight Forest is awesome. It's something that I recommend everyone tries to beat completely blind with friends at least once. The bosses are all intuitive yet challenging, my personal favorite part definitely being the dungeon up to the Urghast. Of course, there is one fatal flaw in the Twilight Forest. Skip to the timestamp on the screen if you don't want spoilers, but this is something that most people who know of the mod already know. There is no ending. As it currently stands, where there is supposed to be the grand crescendo atop the enormous final castle in the Thornlands, currently stands nothing. That really sucks, but even considering that, this mod is amazing. I like to look at it through a more poetic lens. You've defeated everything that comes before it, conquered this final castle, and you find at its peak an empty throne. That throne belongs to you. You are the final boss. You made it. You conquered this foreign realm and now sit atop its final peak. I had to have a Hearts of Iron 4 mod on this list. Mods make Hoi 4 as good as it is. It's a great base template, but mods turn it into an amazing alternate history sandbox. I considered the popular pick, Kaiserreich, what I believe to be the most technically impressive in Millennium Dawn, but I settled on Old World Blues. Honestly, I think it wins in every single category. The lore is not original, but it's implemented in such a way that it works perfectly. It's incredibly well researched. The creators of this mod had to dig through weeks worth of old, obscure Fallout lore to find everything that they possibly could. They had to completely revamp many systems in the game to better fit the Fallout universe. I would list them off here, but there's an entire little wiki thing that pops up when you start the game where you can learn about all the new stuff. They added so much that they needed in-game documentation. But again, what makes this mod is how insanely deep the lore goes. They essentially made a completely new 4X grand strategy game set in the Fallout universe. That is an insane thing to make from a World War II strategy game. The art for this mod is also just awesome. Everything fits the the theme, it's just a comprehensive, completely new experience built off of Hoi 4. Gold star, 5 check marks, next. My pick for the greatest mod ever is Project M, or now Project Plus. This mod takes Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the worst game in the series from a gameplay perspective, and the best or second best game in the series from a pure casual content perspective, and completely fixes all of the gameplay issues. It becomes an extremely competitive, fast, deep, cool game. Project Plus is the best Smash game, and it's not particularly close. If Nintendo weren't bitches and didn't shut down every P+ tournament, this game would be enormous. Brawl on its own sucks. The characters are slow, tripping is a stupid mechanic, Meta Knight is just too much, buffered inputs make the game feel like molasses, and that isn't helped by the removal of L canceling, and on and on and on. It feels like the mechanics of Brawl were built to spite competitive fans of the previous games in the series, and P+ fixes all of that and more. It adds more competitive flavor to the game than ever seen in any other Smash game. Yes, there are cases where it feels like just a lot to take in all at once, but that's what the barrier of entry is going to feel like when embarking on a project as large as P+. From the broken Lego pieces that Brawl comes with, P+ builds a sprawling metropolis. Free P+, fuck Nintendo. Well, there you have it. This is all personal opinion, so don't come after me in the comments. And some very silly people get upset with me with this video, so I've been there before. I hope you like this weird, more freeform open content. I think I'm going to throw more stuff like this on this channel. Hope it was at least semi-coherent. Subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. Chances are, if you came from my main channel, you are not subscribed here, so just check again, make sure, subscribe for more content, kind of like this. But yeah, I think I've talked enough now. Bye.